Do you want to tell us more about
Uh,
the classroom and the situation, the status quo schools are purportedly resuming? Please talk to us.
all right, can you hear me, Mr. Tan now?
I think the sound is much better right now.
All right, that's good to know. Well, looking at the situation of the few schools that are open around Amazonians, classroom have turned into Colonial Forces Barrack. At the resumption of the 2024-2025 academic year, students of the Presbyterian Church School of Azire will have to share their school premises with the colonial military. Classrooms of the Presbyterian School Azire in Bamenda, the chief town of the Federal Republic of Amazonia, housed elements of the La Republique colonial military who forcefully installed themselves on August 31st. According to the parish pastor for PC Azire, the Presbyterian Church Azire, Reverend Acha Gerald, the military men dropped by the premises, which houses both the school and church buildings, unannounced with their mattresses. Reverend Archer Gerald said three of the soldiers later approached him demanding keys to school classrooms while he was in a meeting with the CWF executives. In an exchange in the colonial language French, the colonial soldiers informed the clergyman that only the lieutenant who had asked for their dispatch from Kutaba, a La Republic town of the West region, could respond to them taking residency in the classrooms. The pastor said the colonial soldiers left when they learned that he did not have the keys to the classroom. The pastor had expressed worry that the presence of colonial soldiers in the classrooms will deter parents from bringing in their children for admission as the next academic year commences soon. This report shows, for one, that a few schools in parts of Amazonia try to run as normal, and two, that the colonial forces are trying to insinuate that it is the Amazonian liberation fighters who make schools unsafe for the children as they're there purporting and fronting to protect the children in schools. But then insecurity on the rise in Amazonia has been something in the news we've brought severally, and heavy militarization in a school refutes the colonial regime's claim of normalcy returning to Amazonia. It instead corroborates the fact that insecurity amidst the ongoing war is on the rise, and there is a threat that makes normal activities under normal circumstances a risk right now in a war-torn Amazonia. And with different facets of people exploiting the war and endangering innocent lives to satisfy their greed. The government of Amazonia's policy on school resumption gives the responsibility to parents to make a determination if it is safe for their children to go to school. So there would be no reason to complain in case of any situations where any armed group victimizes schools or children coming back from schools. While it is up to the parents to decide whether or not their children go to school, one thing is clear from this picture in Azire: the heavy militarization of a school premises does not reflect any return to normalcy that the colonial regime has been purporting and claiming. It instead reinforces the fact that insecurity and violence are still rampant and the ongoing war in Amazonia is actually still existing. The safety of children remains in jeopardy with this. Well, Mr. Tao, would hand over to you and your analyst for tonight, taking a look at the situation of schools in Amazonia.